The dining room was a quiet. Van ate slowly while Jungkook sat opposite her, serious, cold, unreadable as always. He did not look at her much, but she still checked his plate from time to time, making sure he was eating properly. When Jungkook finished, he wiped his mouth and stood up fixing the cup of his black shirt. I am leaving, he said in his usual cold tone. Van nodded softly. Okay. Jungkook picked up his keys. For a moment, he stopped near the door. He did not turn back, but his voice softened just a little, barely noticeable. Take care of yourself. Vine's eyes lifted in surprise. He had never said that before. Okay, you too. She replied quietly. Jungkook did not answer. He just walked out, the door closing behind him. Vine stared at the door for a moment, her heart beating faster. Why does it feel when he talks like that, even he is not in with me? Meanwhile, Jungkook sat in his car, expression cold as always, but his finger tapped the steering wheel slowly. Why did I say that? He thought, slightly annoyed with himself, but still he did not regret it. Evening sunlight filled the living room softly. Van was sitting on the couch, quietly reading her book, trying to distract from her mind from the cold atmosphere of the house. The doorbell rang. She looked up and stood up. When she opened the door, her elder sister Yuna was standing there with her bright smile. How are you, my little sister? Yuna asked. I'm fine, Yuni, she replied with a soft smile. They sat on the sofa, facing each other. For a moment, it felt like old times until Yuna spoke again. So, how is your marriage life going? Pine's smile faded a little. Her fingers tightened around the book. Yuna noticed immediately. She reached forward and held Vian's hand. I can understand, Vian. I know nothing is going right between you and Jungkook. Vian sighed and looked away, trying not to show how much those words. But Yuna was not done. You know, Jungkook can never forget me. Vian blinked and slowly turned toward her sister, confused. What? She whispered. Yuna leaned back casually, as if she was telling a small secret. Jungkook used to like me during college. He confessed to me, but I rejected him, and he said he will never fall for any girl except me. The words stabbed Van's heart instantly. Her tightened, her stomach dropped. Jungkook, someone else, her sister Yuna continued, almost proudly. You remember I once told you about the college popular boy who proposed to me? It was a Jungkook. Van's throat felt dry. She could not speak. Her heart was a she loved Jungkook. Even if it was a contract marriage, she loved him. And now hearing her sister, made everything worse. Yuna stood up and patted Van's hand gently like nothing happened. Okay, I'm leaving now. Take care of yourself. Van nodded weakly, unable to lift her eyes. Yuna walked toward the door, but before stepping out, she turned slightly, watching Van sitting like a statue, staring blankly at the ground. A cold, jealous glint appeared in Yuna's eyes. I hate you, Ian, for coming between me and Jungkook, she thought silently. She closed the door and walked out. Jungkook reached the home late at night. The house was silent, only Van sitting at the dining table, already serving a food for him. They both ate quietly. Jungkook kept watching her. Normally she talked a little, asked if he ate properly, but today she was completely silent, her eyes down, her smile missing. Something felt wrong. After dinner they went to their room. They on the same side like always, but tonight Van's back was facing him. Jungkook wanted to ask, but he stayed quiet and closed his eyes. In the middle of the night, a soft woke up Jungkook. He opened his eyes instantly. Van was curled into a small ball, her shaking lightly while little tears sliding from her eyes. Jungkook's heart dropped. He immediately moved closer, cuffing her cheeks gently. What happened? He whispered, voice full of worry. One eyes opened slowly. She looked shocked, seeing him awake. I'm fine, nothing. She mumbled and quickly turned to the other side, hiding her face. Jungkook did not believe her for a second. He moved to the other side of the and faced her again. His hand her cheek gently. Why are you crying? He asked, softer this time. Wan's cheeks turned pink. She whispered very low. It's just a girl problem. For a moment, Jungkook did not understand. Then it clicked in his mind. She was on her. Wan immediately covered her face with the blanket out of embarrassment. But Jungkook slowly pulled the cover down again and looked at her with soft eyes. His thumb caressed her cheek. You are crying, is it? That much? Wan nodded slightly. Yes, but I took. It will be okay. Jungkook's eyes widened. Why did you take those medicines? They are not good for your health. He almost scolded her. Wan pouted, still in. You can scold me more. Right now I just want to rest. Stop questioning. Jungkook sighed softly and nodded. He down behind her so close she could feel his on her. After a moment he whispered, Can I hug you? Wan frowned slightly. Why? Jungkook smiled a little in the It will make you feel better. Come here. The little in his voice broke Wan's last word. She turned quickly, almost practically ran into his arms. Jungkook wrapped his arms around her immediately, pulling her close, like she was something precious he did not want to lose. His hand slowly moved through her hair, then her, comforting her gently. Wan felt protected and safe. Her eyes fluttered shut as she relaxed completely in his embrace, and before she knew it, she fell in his arms. Next morning, Wan woke up slowly. The space beside her was empty. She sat up looking around the room in confusion until the door opened quietly. Jungkook walked in with a soft smile that immediately the room. Good morning, he said gently. Wan blinked, seeing him smile. He sat beside her on the Go freshen up, you'll feel better. Wan nodded, still shocked at how soft he was being. Wan came out of the bathroom, her hair falling on her shoulders. Her eyes widened. Jungkook was sitting on the bed waiting for her. He looked at her and said calmly, Come here, let's have breakfast. Her gaze moved to the tray, pancakes, fruit, everything was a place, looking delicious. Before she could walk, Jungkook got up and gently took her. Sit, he said softly, guiding her to the like she was made of glass. He sat beside her and fed her slowly, carefully, watching her expressions. After feeding her, he whispered, Now rest, okay? He gently helped her lean against the headboard, making sure she was comfortable. Then he picked up the tray and stepped out of the room. Van stared at the door. Why this man suddenly become caring for me? She whispered to herself. She was still lost in thoughts when Jungkook came back inside with a small packet. He sat next to her. Here, eat this whenever you feel, he said, placing the chocolates in her hand. Van took the chocolate shyly, her heart beating faster. After a lunch, they were softly on the Jungkook's arm were wrapped around her. His face Van rested against pillow, but suddenly her sister's words came back to her mind. Jungkook can never forget me. He only proposed to me. Her heart tightened. Tears escaped her eyes. Jungkook felt her shake and immediately pulled back. What happened? Are you okay, princess? Van cried. Her voice broke. Why are you being so good to me when you, my sister? Jungkook froze. He pulled her face up gently. When did I say that? When did I say your sister? Van sniffed. Yesterday Uni came. She said you like her in college, that you proposed to her, and you still her. Jungkook stared at her in disbelief. Then he took a wiping her tears softly with his thumb. No, wifey, I never liked her. I never proposed her. She was the one who was behind me. What? Van whispered. You can ask my wings. Even the whole college knew Yuna wanted me. She followed me everywhere. She was with me. Van eyes widened, confused. Then why would you lie? Jungkook rolled his eyes with irritation. Obviously, because you are my wife. She wanted us to separate us. She never liked that you married me. Even on the wedding day, she was annoyed. She hates our marriage, but it's contract marriage. We will separate one day. Van whispered softly. Jungkook covered her face with both hands. No, we will not. Van blinked. What? That contract was just a lie. I told my father. Jungkook said calmly, he wanted us to have an soon after marriage. I lied to stop him. Van's face turned fully red. Jungkook smirked slightly, and now I doubt it. I want to have a with you. Van checks. Why do you want me to? Jungkook pulled back. Because you are my wife. Once her heart raced. Jungkook leaned in slowly, his eyes locked on her, his hand sliding behind her, and then he never said out loud. After a, they both pull away. Jungkook joined his forehead with her. Jungkook whispered, I'm very at expressing my feelings. I hope you understand. One smile.